It's awesome to be here with you watching Matt Harvey, and I know you've been a big fan of his. So how about the difference watching on television, which you've done a lot, as opposed to just seeing him live here to start this game?
It's a lot better seeing him live. You get a better perspective on what he's doing and how awesome his stuff is and how sharp the brakes on his ball is and how swift the fastball is.
What have you seen so far? I know it's early. It's only inning and third in, but what have you seen so far for his approach to these Yankee hitters?
I think the thing I'm most impressed about is seeing that a young pitcher come out here with the rain delay and all that. It didn't mess up his routine or nothing. He's coming out the first inning and attacking the hitters right away.
You know, as a guy, obviously had quite the heater yourself. Any similarities when you watch Harvey? Does it bring you back to the day getting out on that mound as a 19-year-old? Is anything you can relate to when you watch him pitch?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely bringing back some good memories. Watching him, how he has commanded the fastball in and out, in his mound presence, where he's out there and he's attacking the hitters instead of being defensive. He's going after them and making them adjust to him.
What would you do here? 0-2.
0-2, I go fastball up and in.
He always would.
Oh,
take it.
Or fastball down the way.
You know, we were watching too his slider. You told me you thought his slider was his second best pitch. Just about his arsenal, what impresses you the most about all four of his pitches and his ability to use all four?
He's got four quality pitches, and to me, the slider is his second best pitch. It's a put-away pitch, or it's a pitch he could throw if he's behind in the count. If I had to, it's hard to go against what he's doing with all the success he had, but one thing I'd probably like to see him do more early in the game is go more fastballs and establish the fastball and just locate it. Because with his stuff, I think he can save a lot of pitches.
Do you think that the last couple of starts, you know, it's funny, the approach to other teams has been aggressive. Swing early, get that fastball. Do you think that's kind of made him back off it a little bit?
Probably, but with him, his fastball has a lot of life, and he throws a two-seam as well. And I think if he locates his fastball, they'll be doing him a favor, swinging it early and get some easy outs.
Doc, how do you pitch Cano here if you're Harvey?
Cano's one of those hitters where he's an RBI guy that turns it up a notch with men in scoring position, so you have to be very careful. I think you got to crowd him in, make him conscious of the fastball inside.
Cano with 34 runs batted in this year to lead the Yankees. And he comes inside, and Cano yanks it foul.
Now, Doc, what does that tell you? He comes inside like you suggested, and he pulls that one deep.
Well, he threw a changeup right there, and he just got the changeup up. I like to see him go hard stuff up and in the Cano. Then you can go soft stuff away. He's very vulnerable to. Then you can finish him up inside. Here's a situation here where you like to see him double up with another fastball up and in.
You were saying that you feel like some guys don't double up with that fastball enough. Why?
That's true. A lot of young guys, they don't double up in with pitches, especially with the fastball. They always feel like once they come inside with a fastball, they got to go soft away or come with a slider or something like that down and in. But this is a perfect situation where I like to see him double up with the fastball in, but get it up a little bit.
Now Harvey up in the count, 1-2. Cano fouls back the 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
And you know, Dwight's right on it now. He doubled up in. Both pitches, though, not in. Bleeding back over the middle of the plate, and you have to say, in a way, lucky got back both of those.
Lucky you've got a fastball that explodes upstairs and takes off, or they can get a foul ball on it.
You know, Doc, we're sitting here, and you're literally calling that entire sequence of Robinson Cano from Harvey as he threw it. What did you like about how he approached Cano there?
Right there was one of those situations in the game where that could be a make-or-break situation where that could determine the game. Every once in a while you run to an inning or a hitter what could determine the game, and he made some great pitches when he had to. That's a sign of a great pitcher, and it was good to see him pound him with the fastballs, and actually doubled up on a breaking ball with the flounder down and in at the bike foot was an excellent pitch.
You told us about doubling up on the fastballs, but then when we went off camera, we turned off our mic, but you also said you wanted another slider, and then he threw that slider that struck out Cano. Why go back to the slider there?
I think you go back because Cano saw some good fastballs up and in, and then he missed with a slider down and in where Cano really didn't flinch at it. And so Cano's probably thinking something all speed out over the plate, or he's going to try to come in a fastball. So to start that slider at the plate and the end of his bike foot was an excellent pitch and perfect timing.
Best pitch of the night for him?
So far, yes.
We were talking, too, as we watched Tejada bat against Kuroda, and we're talking with the great Doc Gooden. When you pitch pitched, you told me between the break you never looked at a scouting report ever. Why?
I never looked at that. You know, basically I only had 2 pitches. I only had the fastball and the curveball. Occasionally I'll change speeds with the curveball, and you know the scouting reports come in there. But my thing was, you never want to get a hitter too much credit. You got to go with your strength, and until the hitters make you change, you know, make the changes during the game. Other than that, you got to be in attack mode and attack your hitters, which Ronnie would verify. In the 80s, Mel never really preached about scout reports. We just went out there with our strength and attack the hitters.
Hey, here I'm Doc Gooden. Good luck is the strategy, right?
That was the strategy. I mean, here's my stuff. This is what I have, and either you're gonna get me tonight or I'm gonna get you.
And here's 300 Ks. Do you think that there's a little bit too much of that today? Do you think that sometimes pitchers give the hitters a little bit too much credit when you take those reports into account?
Oh, without a doubt, and especially now with all advanced scouting, and it's like stacks of like notebooks. I mean, they just got all this stuff in there. And I remember when I was in Cleveland, you go over scouting reports for like hours of going and stuff. And when you do that, especially young pitchers, you go out there on the defensive end, and you're not using your strength. And you get a hitter way too much credit. But if you're making your pitches and hitting your spots in well locations, 9 times out of 10, you're going to beat the hitter.
Harvey against Ichiro here as we begin the 5th inning of a scoreless game. What about Harvey's presence? What do you see from him on the mound, his demeanor?
He has a great demeanor. Tonight he's really locked in. He's using all his pitches well. He's on both sides of the plate, and right now he's in total command of the game.
As you watch him work to these hitters and go through the lineup a second time, what do you see from him adjustment-wise, and what did you used to see as you watched guys try to adjust to you?
A lot of times, if I got guys out early in the game, you know, with fastballs or whatever, I'll try to look at how they're set up in the box, seeing if they open up soon, trying to cheat on my fastball, and I will still go with it, but just change locations a little bit.